there, I am Lauren and welcome to episode 7 of the 24 Threads podcast. Let's jump right on in with our whips for this week. So I've got my little list so I don't forget because I have 4 things on my hook at the moment. So the first thing that I have shown it to you before, and it is this blanket pattern. So the blanket as a whole, well, the background part of the blanket, it is done. It's been done for about 2 weeks now. I might have said it on the last podcast, I don't remember. But I tried to do a slip stitch surface crochet design on the top of it, and it wasn't working out quite how I had anticipated. So this one is actually gonna go away for a little bit, and I'm going to rethink what I'm gonna do with it. It's a great blank canvas for, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I still want to do some surface crochet because I think it's fun and I don't do much of that, but I just have no idea what pattern I'm gonna do anymore on it. So it is gonna go away for a little while and I will bring it out at another day. The next thing I have that I am working on, well, a little background information. I know I have shown y'all the yoke design sweater that I have been working on. I still have a little bit left to do on there. I got like maybe an inch or 2 in the ribbing. I just haven't put much work into it this past couple of weeks because I've been working on other things. But that same sweater design is also going to have a solid version that you can make, and I started my sample for it this week. I'm kind of doing it alongside with my testers so that I can kind of test it out while they're testing it out, and I am stepping out of my comfort zone as far as colors go. This is a color I love in the fall. I have one cardigan in this color, but that's it. So I was like, you know what? I want to try this new yarn at Hobby Lobby, and I really like this color, so we're gonna go for it. So I am doing this dark orange. It's really pretty. It's Hobby Lobby's hand dyed yarn, and it's the color Chestnut Ember, and I think it's gonna look pretty good when I'm done. I like the little variations of color. It's a nice yarn. I do recommend working with it if you want some hand-dyed yarn that is on the more affordable side, because I believe this yarn is $14.99 skein, and then if you catch it on sale, I think it was like maybe around $10.50 on sale. So that's a really, really good price for a hand-dyed yarn. So highly recommend it if you want to try it out. They do have a ton of colors, so there are lots of options to choose from. Let's see. My last whip that I have for this week is a brand new design, and I have actually started this design 3 times since I would say the end of last year, but I keep changing the yarn that I want to use with it. And I think I finally settled on a yarn that I have enough of in my stash and I like the color. But and I have shown y'all this yarn before. However, it was with a knitting project, and I believe I had talked about how I wasn't a big fan of how the colors were pulling together, and I think I even might have said I wouldn't use it for crochet because I had tried it and didn't like it. However, I am using a taller stitch in this pattern. It's kind of like a lacy design for the spring/summer. And I'm actually really liking how the color is working up in this stitch. So I'm going to continue. I've got like 4 skeins of the yarn, so I need to use it for something. But here it is so far. And it's not like blocked or anything, so it looks kind of odd. That's the back. Here's the front. But imagine once it is blocked and this is all stretched out, it's gonna be pretty. I don't know what it is yet, if I'm being honest. I'm working on, this is the width of it, and right now I'm making a rectangle. We'll see. Whenever I feel like the rectangle is big enough is when I'm gonna stop. It'll probably be it could be like a shawl, could be a wrap, might turn into some sort of like a ruana or like a lacy cardigan type thing. I'm not really sure. We will see. I'm just kind of going until it feels right. So yeah, that is the beginning stages of a new summer spring design. So for finished objects this week, I'm considering the yoke design sweater finished. It pretty much is. It just has ribbing left, so you know, it's done. It's not really in my head anymore, which isn't good because I do still need to take photos of it for the pattern, but I'm also kind of putting it to the side so I can work on some other stuff instead. However, I do have one, I'm going to say a 50% finished object, but it counts as one object because it's a sock. I have completed one of the DRK Everyday Socks for the knit along that I am participating in, and I love it. I did do a shorter version because I don't like tall socks, but I just think it's really cute. I like the yarn, kind of did something a little different, and I just love this sock. I love the heel. I love the way the toe was cast on. Highly recommend it if you are into knitting socks. So will this be the first actual pair of socks I have versus the drawer of single socks? I don't know. I hope so. I still have until, I believe I have a full month until the knit along ends, so I still have time to make the second one, and I hope to do so. I have a couple of updates for y'all this week. The first one is that I'm gonna be switching the podcast to an every other week video. I think that each week I don't have enough to share with you, and I don't know if it's because I'm just a slow crocheter or if because I'm working with fingering weight most of the time that it takes longer to make things. I'm not sure, but I think I will have kind of more fun and new things to show you if I switch to an every other week podcast episode. I also have been working on filming some other types of videos, which I am very excited about. I have a few stitch tutorial videos filmed. I recently reorganized my yarn stash, and I kind of filmed that process, and I have a couple of other ideas for videos in relation to that. So I just need to get them edited, and I'm gonna kind of upload those randomly until I kind of figure out where I want to take this channel, what kind of videos I like to make, and kind of what y'all want to see. So those are coming. I just don't have a for sure of when yet. Also, whenever I got my new yarn storage and reorganized, I set up this corner to do my podcast. I brought this chair in from another room. These baskets were already on the wall, which you might have seen in other episodes because I used to have my bed over here and I sat on that to do my podcasts because it was a nice background. But now I have a chair in this corner. I am going to probably take these baskets down and move them to another wall, but I need to decorate these walls behind me. I haven't decided with what yet. I have some wall art I could hang up. I was thinking of maybe doing some kind of crochet thing to hang on the wall. I'm not sure. So it will get a little nicer looking behind me at some point, but I am excited to kind of have a dedicated space to film this podcast or like intros into other videos or whatever I need it for, but it is ready to go for filming. So I think that's it for this week's episode. We kind of kept it short this week. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you like the shorter podcast videos or if you like longer ones or just longer or short videos in general. I'm kind of curious. For me, it depends on my mood. Sometimes I like to watch a bunch of little short videos and some days I like to watch just a few long ones. So yeah, let me know what you think. I'm kind of curious. Thank you for joining me on today's episode of the podcast. While you're here, be sure to like this video and hit that subscribe button so that you will be notified for the future videos that I upload. I hope you have a great day and I will see you next time.